Good morning, friends, and my dear children. Once again, welcome back to our study channel, that is Perry's Study and Motivation. We were learning about organic chemistry. Okay, already I have uploaded 3 videos on the topic of organic chemistry. We have learned about the unique characteristics exhibited by carbon. Okay, we have learned about allotropes of carbon, and we were learning about the classification of organic compounds. So in the previous video, I have told you about the classification of organic compounds. So classification itself is a very wide topic. So I said you already that the classification topic has to be dealt with 2 or 3 videos. Okay, so in the previous video, we have learnt about the first classification of elements, that is based on structure of carbon compounds. Okay, now based on the carbon chain, we have learnt the classification. Okay, now we are going to learn about second type of classification, that is about cyclic compounds. Okay, now once recall that classification of organic compounds was mainly divided into 2 types, acyclic compounds and cyclic compounds. About acyclic compounds, that means about aliphatic compounds, I have told you in the previous video. Okay, and in this video I am going to tell you about cyclic compounds. Cyclic compounds also will have lot much classification is there. Okay, so I am going to discuss about alicyclic compounds in this video. Okay, cyclic compounds means about ring structures. Okay, so let us start with the topic. So before I start the topic, I request all of you to please kindly visit the channel and please follow the playlists so that you will understand the order in which the videos are being uploaded, so that you will understand the order or the way in which child has to learn the concepts. Okay, now there are so many concepts are there to learn. Okay, so first of all you should understand the order, the way in which we have to learn. Okay, so kindly follow the playlists which I am going to upload every day, every time. Okay, so and please kindly subscribe to my channel, share the videos to the respected students whoever are in need. Okay, so let us start with the topic. Today's topic is what? Classification of cyclic compounds. Okay, now classification of cyclic compounds. Okay, cyclic compounds, you all have learnt, they are ring structures. What are cyclic compounds? Ring structures. Okay, so cyclic compounds are mainly divided into 2 types. Okay, this is also a very wide classification. Okay, in which each and everything is again subdivided into so many other types also. Okay, so cyclic compounds are mainly divided into 2 types. They are homocyclic compounds and heterocyclic compounds. Homocyclic compounds and heterocyclic compounds. Okay, homocyclic compounds are also again divided into 2 types. Okay, now homocyclic compounds are also again divided into 2 types. They are alicyclic compounds and aromatic compounds. Okay, alicyclic compounds and aromatic compounds. Okay, and then again these alicyclic compounds are also again divided into 2 types. Okay, now alicyclic compounds are still again divided into 2 types. They are saturated alicyclic compounds and unsaturated alicyclic compounds. unsaturated alicyclic compounds. Again, these unsaturated are again divided into two types. These saturated are called as cycloalkanes. Okay, now saturated alicyclic compounds are also called as cycloalkanes. Okay, and unsaturated are called as cycloalkenes and cycloalkynes. Okay, now cycloalkenes and cycloalkynes. Okay, and then aromatic are also having certain kinds of classification. Even these heterocyclic compounds are also again divided into two types, aromatic and non-aromatic compounds. Okay, now heterocyclic are also again divided into two types, aromatic heterocyclic compounds and non-aromatic heterocyclic compounds. Okay, and in this connection you will be coming across anti-aromatic compounds also. Okay, now so you have this much classification is there. We have to learn about all these types of classifications. Okay, so in this video I am going to tell you about alicyclic compounds. Okay, now first in this video, so to avoid confusion, it's not compulsory that we must take up all the examples and all in the one video only. It is very difficult. I think keeping children's understanding in view, I feel like dividing this classification into 2 or 3 videos so that it will be useful for you. Okay, so in this video I am going to deal up to alicyclic hydrocarbons or alicyclic compounds. Okay, now, and in the next video we will learn about aromatic compounds. Okay, depending on the understanding capacity of children. Keeping all types of children in mind, I feel like telling only about alicyclic compounds in this video. Okay, so please make a note of all these classifications so that I am going to rub the board. Yes, I am rubbing the board now. Yes, so we are going to learn about what? Homocyclic compounds. Okay, homocyclic compounds. In that again alicyclic compounds we are going to learn about in this video. Okay, so in this video we are going to learn about homocyclic compounds. What are homocyclic compounds? Homocyclic compounds. Okay, now you all know that cyclic compounds means what? Cyclic compounds are nothing but ring structures. Okay, now in which the carbon atoms are joined end to end. Okay, now in this carbon atoms are joined end to end. Okay, now carbon atoms are joined together. Okay, end to end to form a ring structure. Okay, so cyclic compounds. In this homocyclic means the whole structure consists of all carbon atoms only. Okay, now whole structures, all carbon atoms only. The whole structure which consists of all the compounds which consist of all carbon atoms. Compounds which consist of all carbon atoms only. Means mainly all organic compounds are dealing with what? Organic compounds dealing with carbon atoms only. Here all carbon atoms only. Okay, simply attached with or bonded with hydrocarbons. Okay, now the compounds which consist of all carbon atoms. Okay, homocyclic. Homo means all are of similar type. The word homo stands for what? All are of similar type. Okay, homo, the word homo stands for of same type. Okay, so homocyclic compounds. Okay, what I said, these homocyclic compounds are divided into what? Homocyclic compounds are divided into two types. Recall, alicyclic and aromatic. Alicyclic and aromatic compounds. Okay now. So aromatic compounds we'll learn in the next class. Okay, in this class we are going to learn only about alicyclic compounds. Okay, so once again recall, alicyclic are again divided into two types, saturated and unsaturated. Saturated and unsaturated. Okay, so we are going to learn only about this part in this video. Only about this part. In the next video, we'll learn about this one. Okay, please understand carefully. Okay, so homocyclic compounds are the compounds which consist of all carbon atoms. Means homo, the word stands for atoms of same type. Okay, so let us learn about alicyclic compounds. Alicyclic compounds. Okay now. So alicyclic compounds. First they are classified as what? Alicyclic compounds. So what are alicyclic compounds? So compounds in which all the carbon atoms are joined together end to end to form what? Ring structures. Okay now, all the carbon atoms are joined together end to end to form ring structures. Okay, so in that alicyclic compounds, okay, you have saturated as well as unsaturated also. Okay, alicyclic compounds are the compounds in which all carbon atoms are joined together. All carbon atoms are linked together end to end to form ring structures. Such kind of substances are called alicyclic compounds. So in that, what is the first category? Saturated alicyclic compounds. Saturated cyclic compounds. Alicyclic or cyclic, anything you can say. Saturated cyclic compounds. Okay, saturated. Previously also we have learnt. Saturated compounds means the compounds in which the tetravalency of carbon is being satisfied. Okay, with all single bonds only. Okay, so saturated cyclic compounds. These are also called as what? Cycloalkanes. Cycloalkanes. That means all single bonds are present in between carbon atoms. All single bonds are present. Okay now, all single bonds are present in between carbon atoms. Okay now, all are single bonds only. In between carbon atoms you find all are single bonds only. Such kind of compounds are called what? Saturated cyclic compounds. Okay now, all single bonds. And they are also called as what? Cycloalkanes. Please remember the words. Cycloalkanes. Okay now, cycloalkanes. So let us learn examples for what? Cycloalkanes. Okay. Examples for cycloalkanes means ring structures with all single bonds in between carbon atoms. Okay now, cycloalkanes. Examples for cycloalkanes. Cycloalkanes. Okay. So minimum 3 carbon atoms are required to form ring structures because carbon atoms should join end to end. So what should happen? Minimum 3 carbon atoms are required. Okay. So if 3 carbon atoms are joined end to end, okay, with the single bonds, this is single bond, single bond, single bond, with single bonds, okay, then they all comes under the category of what? Cycloalkanes. 3 carbon atoms are required minimum. So carbon's tetravalency is to be satisfied. That also you please remember. This carbon, if it is there, it is bonded with one this side and one this side. So 2 bonds are already there. So it should be bonded more with 2 hydrogens to satisfy what? Tetravalency. Even the same thing is the case with this carbon also. Already here one bond is already there. So this carbon also has to satisfy tetravalency. So here you have to keep CH2. Even this one also, CH2. This is called what? This kind of structure with 3 carbon atoms, okay, joined end to end to form ring structure. Okay, so this is called as what? The first member of cycloalkanes, that is cyclopropane. This is called as what? Cyclopropane. Prop is a root word which indicates the number of carbon atoms to be equal to 3. Okay, so please remember cyclopropane, example 1. Same like that, with any number of carbon atoms it can be prepared, right? Mostly up to cyclohexanes you will be coming across. See here, suppose if 4 carbon atoms are linked together like this in the form of a square, okay, in the form of a square, 4 carbon atoms can be linked. Even for this also, 2 bonds are done for this carbon, so it should be attached with more 2 hydrogens. Here also more 2 hydrogens. Tetravalency will be satisfied. Okay, and this you call it as what? Cyclobutane. Cyclobutane. Generally you will represent in the form of a line systems, simply like this also. Only a single triangle indicates that it is cyclopropane. And here also cyclobutane indicated with a square. Okay, now cyclobutane, right? But is the root word which is for 4 carbon atoms. Okay, so here all carbon atoms are bonded with what? Single bonds. You are finding single lines here. Okay, even you can take cyclopentane. Okay, directly I am drawing cyclopentane structure. Okay, 5 carbon atoms. This vertices of this geometrical figure, all the vertices will be carbon atoms. Okay, now so here 5 carbons are there, so it is called as what? Cyclopentane. Similarly, if you have 6 carbon atoms in that structure, okay, 6 carbon atoms here, 1 2 3 4 5 6 carbon atoms. Even these are also bonded with 2 hydrogens each, because tetravalency of carbon is to be satisfied, please remember. So CH2. Okay, so this is called as what? Cyclohexane. 6 carbon atoms are there. Okay, cyclohexane, bonded with all single bonds. In these all structures you are finding what? Single bonds. That's why this all comes under the category of what? Saturated hydrocarbons. Okay, now saturated cyclic compounds. Okay, now examples we will learn for cycloalkenes. Unsaturated we will learn. Okay, simple thing this is. Unsaturated means again it is divided into 2 types. What are those? Cycloalkenes and cycloalkynes. Unsaturated cyclic compounds. Unsaturated cyclic compounds. So what are these? Unsaturated cyclic compounds are again divided into 2 types. What are those? Unsaturated means here tetravalency will be satisfied, but with double bonds as well as with the triple bonds. Okay, now saturated means all single bonds. Unsaturated means either double or triple bonds will be there. Okay, now either double or triple bonds will be there. Okay, so unsaturated cyclic compounds are again divided into 2 types. Cycloalkenes and cycloalkynes. Okay, as usual, as how you have learnt in case of aliphatic, same like that here also. So cycloalkenes means compounds with at least 1 double bond in between 2 carbon atoms. Okay, now compounds with at least one double bond. Okay na, at least one double bond in between two carbon atoms. One double bond in between two carbon atoms. Okay, compounds with at least one double bond in between two carbon atoms. Okay, and cycloalkynes are what? Compounds with at least one triple bond. Compounds with at least one triple bond. Okay na, with at least one triple bond. You call them as what? Cycloalkynes. One triple bond in between what? Two carbon atoms. At least one triple bond in between two carbon atoms. Okay na, then you call them as cycloalkynes. Okay, so if you go for the examples of cycloalkenes, okay, cycloalkenes, okay, double bond should be there in between at least two carbon atoms. One double bond should be there. Okay, cyclic structures means minimum 3 carbons are required. Okay, so they will start with propene only. Okay now, so here if I draw one more line here, what does it indicate? There is a double bond in between these two carbon atoms. Okay now, please understand carefully. These two are bonded with the double bond. Okay, and again they are bonded with single bond with third carbon atom. Okay, bonded with single bond with the third carbon atom. Now how many hydrogens are to be attached for this? Check with the tetravalency. For this carbon already 2 are there. So for this 2 more hydrogens are required. So CH2 we kept there. Now for this carbon atom you please check. Here one line, here 2 lines are there. Means here 1 bond, here 2 bonds are already there. Totally 3 bonds finished. Fourth bond, it has to be bonded with what? Hydrogen. So only 1 hydrogen you have to keep here, not 2 hydrogens. Because already this carbon is engaged with 3 bonds. Same like that here also. This carbon is also engaged with 3 bonds. This here one and here double bond. So this also to be bonded with only 1 hydrogen. So what will be the formula for this cyclopropene? Here 3 carbons are there. So C3 and hydrogens 2 plus 1 3 plus 1 4. C3H4. This is the formula for what? Cyclopropene. Cyclopropene. Okay na? This is unsaturated hydrocarbon. Cycloalkene. Cyclopropene. Okay. Same like that. You can take the example of cyclobutene also. Okay. Cyclobutene. One double bond. Okay. In between these two carbon atoms, I am keeping double bond. So already 1, 2, 3. 3 bonds are engaged. So only 1 hydrogen. Here also only 1 hydrogen. But for this carbon, only this bond and this bond are there. Need to satisfy tetravalency. So CH2 you have to keep here. Isn't it or not? CH2. I think it is not visible properly for you. CH2. Here also CH2. So this kind of structure is called what? Cyclobutene. And this double bond can be kept anywhere in between any two carbon atoms. Even you can keep it like this, or you can even keep double bond can be kept in between these two carbon atoms. Then also it is called as cyclobutene only. Okay, or this double bond can be placed in between these two carbon atoms. Anywhere. Okay, now all are same only. Okay, so anywhere you can keep. And this here it will be having what formula? 4 carbons are there. 1, 2, 3, 4. So C4. And how many hydrogens you are finding? 1, 2, 3 plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hydrogens you are finding. Okay, now 6 hydrogens. C4H6. C4H6. It is called as what? Cyclobutene. Okay. So like that you can write up to decene, cyclodecene, like that you can write. Okay. So these are unsaturated cycloalkenes. Okay, so now let us learn the examples for cycloalkynes. Cycloalkynes means triple bond should be there in between, at least one triple bond should be there in between two carbon atoms. Okay, now cycloalkynes examples. Cycloalkynes. Okay, that means cyclic compounds with at least one triple bond. Okay, now cyclic compounds with at least one triple bond in between two carbon atoms. One triple bond in between two carbon atoms. Okay, now with at least one triple bond in between two carbon atoms. You call it as what? Cycloalkynes. Okay, now cycloalkynes, right? So here examples are what? Suppose if you take a triangle, okay, it is cyclopropane. All single bonds, if they are there, it is called as cyclopropane. Now you are keeping a triple bond, means up one line you will draw, down also one line you will draw. Triple bond. That means in between these two carbon atoms you are keeping a triple bond. Okay, you are keeping a triple bond. Okay, now look at this. A triple bond you are keeping, and it is already bonded with one more carbon. So for this carbon, 1, 2, 3, 4, all 4 bonds are finished. So hydrogens, no need of keeping at all. Even for this carbon also, already 1, 2, 3, and this one, fourth one. So for down two carbons, hydrogens need not to be attached, because they already satisfied tetravalency by forming what? Triple bond between them. Okay, now by forming a triple bond between them. Now for this for this carbon only, it is satisfied with only 2 bonds. So it requires 2 more hydrogens. So C3H2. Okay, it is called as what? Cyclopropyne. Okay, cyclopropyne, right? So like this, cyclic structures. Even you can write cyclobutane. Okay, cyclobutane you can write. Cyclobutane. Okay, generally, mostly you will start with cyclobutane only. Cyclobutane. Okay, now with the 4 carbon atoms. Right, children? Okay. So here triple bond is there in between these 2 carbon atoms. Okay, so already 1, 2, 3, 4 bonds finished. For this also 1, 2, 3 and this one, 4 bonds finished. But for this carbon, only this side it is there. So CH2, and here also CH2. So C4H4 will be the formula for what? Cyclobutane. C4, 4 carbons, 4 hydrogens. Cyclobutane. Even you can take the example of cyclopentane. Okay, now cyclopentane. How to write the structure? Pent means 5 carbon atoms you should draw. Pent means 5 carbon atoms. Once check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 carbon atoms. Okay, now. And at least one triple bond should be there in between any 2 carbon atoms. So for my convenience, I am keeping the triple bond here. So already it is being engaged with 3 bonds and 4th bond here. Here also 3 bonds and 4th bond here. So for down 2 carbons, hydrogens need not to be attached, because they already satisfied what? Tetravalency. Now for this carbon, 1 here, 1 here. So 2 hydrogens more you need to keep. For this carbon also, 1 here, 1 here. 2 more it requires. 1 here, 1 here. 2 more it requires. So what will be the formula for this compound? Carbons are 5. And hydrogens, how many are there? 6 are there. 1, 2, 3. 3 2s are 6. C5H6. It is called as what? Cyclopentane. Pentyne. Okay, now Y-N-E, yne. Okay. So like that, you can write the structures for the cyclic compounds. Okay, now. So these all comes under what? alicyclic hydrocarbons or cyclic compounds. Okay, now cyclic compounds, saturated and unsaturated. Okay, so I am going to stop the video up to here, and about aromatic compounds we are going to learn in the next video. Until then, please keep writing and practice. Okay, now draw the structures and practice. Try to do it on your own and check whether tetravalency of carbon is satisfied properly or not, and according to that only attach the number of hydrogen atoms so that you will get the structures properly. Otherwise, you people, there is a chance for you to make mistakes in drawing the structures of the compounds. Okay, now, so happy learning, keep watching my videos, and please do subscribe to my channel. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye.